Welcome back to my channel. You don't know, it's your girl Shugs, the queen of recipe, here guys to share my sorrel cake. But today I won't be doing my original sorrel cake. I'll be doing a vegan sorrel cake, rum cake, fruit cake, Jamaican cake, whatever you want to call it, but today it's gonna be vegan. So guys, I'm using 227 grams of sugar and I'm using soft brown sugar. And what we want to do, we want to cream our sugar with our butter. And I'm using also 227 grams or half pound of butter. And I'll be using the vegan vegetable Bissell butter, but you don't have to use Bissell brand. You can use any vegan butter. So you want to make sure guys that your butter is at room temperature. You want it to be this soft. So we're going to put our butter and our sugar in one bowl. And we are going to cream this together. I'll be using my hand mixer. If you have a counter mixer, you can use that as well. If you want to go the old-fashioned way and use a wooden spoon, you can do so also, but that's gonna take quite a bit of muscle. So let's go in and cream our butter. Okay guys, so you want to make sure that your butter and your sugar is creamed properly. You want to stop every now and then and scrape the sides of your bowl so you don't have any lumps of sugar. You're looking for a consistency like so, nice and fluffy. I see a little bit of sugar lumps still, so I am just going to go in and whip this a little bit longer, about 2 more minutes. Okay guys, so it is looking nice and fluffy and creamy, and this is what you want to achieve. So what I'm going to do now guys, I'm going to blend my fruits. So in here I have 1 cup of my sorrel puree, and I already have a video on how to prepare your sorrel puree. I had this left over from that, so I'll be using 1 cup of this sorrel puree. And here I have some mixed fruits, and I have raisins, prunes, green cherries, mixed fruit peels, and red cherries. I have these soaking into some red label wine, Jerry and Nephew. So this is what I soak my fruits with: red label wine, some Ray and Nephew rum, and any fruit wine, but I use this kosher brand fruit wine. You can use any kosher wine. You can get these in your local beer store or liquor store. So you just want to just soak your fruits in these. I have these soaking over 4 months now. If you don't get the chance to soak fruits, what you can do, you can stew them, and what you do, you put them in a pot and you throw some wine and some rum, and then you stew them. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to blend these to put in our sorrel cake. And I have 1 cup of this mixed fruit as well. Okay guys, so our fruits is ready. Basically just want to blend it out guys. I don't like when chunks of fruits are in my cake, so I just want to blend it out nicely. So you might be wondering, what am I going to be using instead of the eggs? So for this recipe I would normally use 6 eggs, but because it's a vegan cake, I'm going to be using some ground flax seed, and this is the one that I got these at Bulk Barn, but you can always look in your supermarket. So I'm using the flax seed. So what you want to do, you want to mix that in some water, and you're going to put that in the fridge for 15 to 30 minutes. So basically this is it guys. I just pulled it from the fridge, so let me just stir this. So I had this setting in the fridge for 15 minutes. You can have this in the fridge for 15 minutes to half an hour. This is what it looks like. So we will be adding this gradually as you would add your egg. You don't want to add it one time. Okay guys? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start adding. So just like so, as you would be adding your eggs. And I'm just going to use my spatula and combine this. So I'm just going to mix this and fold it in. And I'm just going to add some more. Okay, so I put my last bit of flaxseed mix into our mixture, and I just use my hand mixer to combine everything nicely. So what I will be doing now, guys, I will be sifting in my flour, and here I have 340 grams of flour, and I am going to sift my flour in portions. So I'm adding half of my flour first, and then I'll be adding all of my spices. So here I have 2 1/4 tablespoons of baking powder, half teaspoon of ground cloves, 1 tablespoon of nutmeg, 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon, and half teaspoon of salt. You want to sift everything in and just combine that together. At this point, guys, we don't need the hand mixer anymore. We're just gonna mix and fold the flour in. Okay, so our first set of flour is in, so we're gonna add another set. We're doing this in 3 portions. Or the last set of flour. And guys, you want to preheat your oven at 320 degrees. We are going to bake our cake for half hour, and then we are going to reduce the heat to 300 degrees. So now guys, we are going to add our fruits. So to our fruits, I am going to add 1 tablespoon of almond essence and 1 tablespoon of vanilla essence. And guys, my fruits that I had soaking already have vanilla and almond essence in there, but I'm adding another just to top it up. So combining the vanilla and the almond with my fruits. So now we're going to combine our fruits with our batter. So this is our mixed fruit that we blended. And now we're going to go in with our sorrel puree. And in my other sorrel video that I have, the one that is not vegan, a lot of comments that you do not need to use food coloring to make it red. But guys, if you do not use food coloring, your sorrel cake will not come out with that bright rich red color. So if it's up to you if you want to add the food coloring or not. If you do not add the food coloring, you're going to get a brown cake and not a red cake. If you add more sorrel puree, because some of my comments are saying add more sorrel puree. If you add more sorrel puree, your cake is going to be too tangy and too sour. So just going to combine everything together. And this is our final ingredients that we're going to combine. It's looking lovely, guys. And this is my first time doing this Sorrel vegan cake. Well, this Sorrel vegan sorrel cake. It's my first time doing this. And I just came up with this recipe a few days ago because someone asked me for a vegan bread, and then I was saying, yes, what happened to those people who do not eat eggs and stuff like that? I need to come up with something so that you guys can have a nice feel of this sorrel cake as well. So this is the color that I have, guys. I am not happy with this color, and no, I won't be adding any more sorrel puree because my cake is going to be too tangy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add my food coloring. This is optional, you don't have to. It is a no taste food coloring. It doesn't affect the taste, so you don't have to put it in there. All I want is that nice color for the presentation. So I'm just going to add a little bit with my toothpick first and see. Oh, that is coming along until I get the perfect color that I am looking for. Okay, my people, so I am happy now with the color. Yes, whatever makes you happy